Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to tell you how to provide Telnet access to your Cisco devices. But before doing that, I want to mention that Telnet is not a secure protocol, so it is recommended to use SSH instead of Telnet. But for some older devices, Telnet might be our only option. So we want to see how we can configure our Cisco devices in a way that we can connect via Telnet to them. I am using EveNG emulator. It is a very good emulator. It has a community edition, which is free and you can use it. You can install it on VMware ESXi or VMware Workstation. I created a simple topology here. You can see that I have a Catalyst 8K here and a Catalyst 9K as a switch here. And for the Telnet client, I'm using a Linux. It is Alpine Linux. And I installed the Telnet client on this box. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can see the IP addresses here. On the router, on gig 1, I set 192.168.10.10/24. Sorry, the IP address on this router is wrong. Let me fix it. It is 10.1. And the IP address on the Linux box is 10.10/24. First, I'm going to show you how to configure this router for Telnet. You can do the same for the switch, but here we are focusing on the router. I double click on the router. The software that I'm using as a terminal emulator is Mobile XTerm. You can use other softwares like PuTTY, TerraTerm, Secure CRT, or everything you like. I hit enter a couple of times. Let me zoom a little bit so you can see it clearly. If you want to configure Telnet, first let's check the IP addresses, show IP interface brief. Let me make it a little bit bigger so we can have them in one line. You can see that on gig 1, we have 192.168.10.1 and it is up. I go to the global configuration and then I go to line VTY 0 to 4. This 0 to 4 means we can have 5 concurrent Telnet sessions to this box. And here I say login. And after that, I say password and I set a password. For example, I set PacketBites here as a password. Now I can go to my Linux box here and test from that. As I said earlier, I installed a Telnet client on this Alpine Linux so I can test it. This cloud here is providing me a way to SSH to this Linux box itself. In your network environment, usually this Linux box is your computer. Let me double click on it. It's gonna use Ultra VNC and I'm gonna check the IP address on Ether1, which is this one. I'm gonna use this one for SSH. You can see here it is 192.168.30.141. I'm gonna close it. You can see here I use SSH to connect to that Linux box and now I'm in that Linux box. If I type, let me zoom in a little bit, ifconfig here, you can see that the IP address on Ethernet 0, which is this interface which is connected to this switch, is 10.10. And I can ping the IP address of the router, 192.168.10.1. You can see that we can ping it. By default, this Alpine Linux doesn't have a package for Telnet, so I use this command apk add busybox-extras to install the Telnet client. When I hit enter, we can see that I already installed that package and now I have the Telnet client. So I can type Telnet 192.168.10.1. It is asking for the password. You remember the password here. It was PacketBites. I'm gonna copy it and paste it here and I hit enter. And now I am in the router. So I Telnet from this Linux box to this router using just password. If I want to go to the privilege mode, I can type enable and we can see that nothing is set. So to be able to go to the privilege mode, we need to set the enable secret. I type enable secret. For the enable, we have secret and password. It is recommended to use secret because it is more secure than password. So I type secret and for secret, I use again PacketBites. It is my secret. I go back to the Linux box, I type enable again, and this time it is asking me for the secret. I type the secret, and now I am in the privilege mode. You saw that when we wanted to connect to our router, it just asked about the password. What if we want to use username and password instead of password? What we can do, we can go back to our router. We want to define a username. So I say username, for example, a.karimi, and I say privilege 15. When I set the privilege to 15, which is the highest privilege, it goes directly to the privilege mode. For the secret, I type again, for example, PacketBites. I also go to line VTY04, and here I say login local. You remember before we said just login, and now we say login local. And this local means the local database for username and password, which contains just one username, a.karimi right now. I say login local, and now I go back to my Linux box. I type exit. You can see that I'm again in my Alpine Linux, and I telnet again to the router. This time it is asking for the username. I type a.karimi and the password, PacketBites. Now it is providing access using username and password instead of just password. And you can see here, we went directly to the privilege mode. We didn't need to type the enable and type the enable secret, because here on the router, we gave the a.karimi user privilege number 15. We can see a log here that says a.karimi logged from this IP address at this time. So this is how we configure our Cisco device to provide Telnet access to it. But as I said earlier, Telnet is not a secure protocol, so it is really recommended to use SSH instead of that. In the next video, we're going to see how we can configure our router so that we can SSH to our router. Thank you so much for watching this video.